I thought I might vlog a little bit today. It's a beautiful Tuesday and the weather is lovely outside. It's not nearly as hot and humid as it was yesterday. My husband is home from work today, which is kind of a good thing, bad thing. His company where he works, bad storms rolled through last night and they don't have any power. So they called him and said he didn't need to come in, which is great, but chances are he won't get paid today, which we really couldn't afford for him to miss a day at work. And he just started that job in January, so he doesn't have any vacation time yet. So we'll just have to tighten down the budget for the next couple of weeks to make up for it. But I thought today that I would end up going back to the library. I finished these two books already, these two novels. And I'll give it a little bit of a review on these books. I liked them, but I didn't love them. And I'll tell you why I didn't love them. Why I did like them. Why I liked them was because the storyline was very captivating. It kept your attention. It was very gripping. Very like I couldn't put it down. That's why I finished these two books in like 3 days. So the storyline was great. I can understand why they made a movie out of the first one, and they might make sequels, I don't know. But what I didn't like about them was the language. Bad words kind of get under my skin, and I can understand to a degree why some of the bad words could be acceptable in the book, but the second book had a lot of bad words and the F-bomb, and I can't stand that word. And then the third book was even worse. It's like almost every page had that word on it. And I just didn't feel like it was necessary. It was not necessary for the content of the story. It didn't make you feel any more like, you know, I can't think of the word. I'm trying to find the word here that I'm thinking of. It didn't make you any more, you know, anxious or suspenseful. That's the word. It didn't make the situation any more suspenseful to be throwing the F-bomb in all the time. And another thing is these were books that are for the young adult, so they were like in the teenager section of the library. And I know I'm not naive. I know kids hear those words, but I still feel like in my heart that it's not necessary for them to be exposed to that. I mean, they're going to hear it enough as when they're adults and they get out into the world. So, I don't know, maybe I'm just really old-fashioned that way, but that kind of ruined it for me, that language. Now the movie, they didn't have that much language in it. Now I don't know if the first book didn't have as many bad words, or if they just had to edit a lot of it out so that it would be a PG-13 and not an R rating. So I'm hoping that if they do sequels that they keep it in the PG-13 rating and edit all those bad words out of it, because like I said, it didn't add anything to the storyline at all. And I would have enjoyed the books. I would have given them 2 thumbs up if it had left all that raunchy stuff out of there, because I just didn't think it was necessary. But anyway, that's my book review on The Infinite Sea and The Last Star by Rick Yancey. I want to go back to the library because I want to find some more books. I do enjoy reading, and now that school's done, our homeschooling is pretty much done, and I don't have co-op responsibilities or anything like that going on, my goal is to do more reading this summer. So I do want to go back to the library today, and I also probably will go to Walmart and just pick up a few things. I'm not going to do a haul because it'll be just little piddly things, but my son's running out of milk and, you know, things like that. And so that's kind of where we're going to be going, and when I get home I'll show you what books I got from the library, and I'll show you my lunch. It's probably easier for me to pick my plate. I'm having some homemade chicken salad on Dave's bread from Costco, and some of those jalapeno pita chips also from Costco, and a big old thing of iced tea because I'm trying to drink more fluids. I know I don't drink enough. So that's my lunch. So after I get done with lunch, I'm going to get a shower, and my husband said he would go with me, and we're going to go to the library. We'll be back in a little while. I wanted to show you real quick this little frog that I got from the Dollar Tree a while back. It's solar powered, and when the sun hits that black rectangle, it causes the frog to swing. And I had it in my kitchen window, but it wasn't getting enough direct light. It has to have direct sunlight. So I stuck it over here by my plants. And it's so cute to watch. He swings almost all day long. It's so cute. I just wanted to share that with you. My swinging frog. I'm back from the library, and I just wanted to kind of go over the books I got. I got quite a variety. And my husband went with me, and he's like, "How many books can you read?" Well, if they're a good book, I can read lots of books. But anyway, I got some more cookbooks. This one is called Fix It and Forget It Lightly, and it is a crock pot slow cooker recipe book. Healthy, low-fat recipes for your slow cooker. I use my slow cooker a lot, all year round. I like to use it in the winter time when we're busy with school, and when we have co-op, I'll throw something in the morning, and then by the time we get home from co-op in the afternoon, I don't feel like cooking, but supper's already done or nearly done. And then in the summertime, when it's really, really hot and I don't want to turn my oven on, I like to use my slow cooker as well. But I kind of run out of ideas. So this one is got low-fat recipes, which I'm not necessarily so much into the low-fat, but I've got a Fix It and Forget It cookbook, a different one. So I thought this would be fun to look at. And then I got this one, Betty Crocker More Slow Cooker Recipes. And this one has nice, bright, colorful pictures and things, which I like in a recipe book. I like to see what it's supposed to look like when you're done with it. And I want to find some recipes in there, and if I like them, then I'll just photocopy it. Or if I really like the book, like I said in my other vlog, I will just put it on my wish list and eventually buy it. And then this one is the Everything Metabolism Diet Cookbook. I think I've mentioned to you before how I have a terribly slow metabolism. It's very frustrating because I try so hard to lose weight and to keep my weight off, and I think I probably work harder than most people with my diet and my exercise, and the weight just won't come off. I'd like to lose another 20 to 30 pounds, and it won't budge. It will not budge. I've got a low thyroid, which I take thyroid replacement, but I swear it doesn't matter. Some people say, oh well, if you're on that replacement, then it shouldn't affect your weight, even if your levels are normal. Well, I don't believe that. I think if you have a low thyroid and you have to use synthetic hormone, it just isn't the same. It just does not work the same as what your normal thyroid would. So even though I'm on replacement, my metabolism is very slow, and I think that's part of it. Part of it too is because when I was a teenager, I was anorexic, and when you starve yourself, you really screw up your metabolism. And I think I put my body into kind of a shock at that time, and it just, anytime I reduce my calories too low, my metabolism just stops. So I just wanted to look through this book and see if there, it's got 300 metabolism boosting recipes. I need to eat foods that will boost my metabolism. So I'm going to check that one out. Hopefully it'll be a good one. And then I got some more novels, and I know I'll read through these in a hurry. This one is, I love stories about the Amish, and it's not just because I live near an Amish community. I just find their way of life fascinating. When I was a teenager, I always thought it would be a lot of fun to spend the summer with an Amish family and just live the way they lived. I don't think I'd want to live that way forever. I like my electricity and all that stuff too much, but I've always thought it would just be so much fun to experience their way of life. Of course it never happened, but I always thought it would be fun. But anyway, I still enjoy reading about them. And this one it's the Lost Sisters of Pleasant Valley series, and this is book 1, called Lydia's Hope. And then I got book 2 in the same series, and this one's called Susanna's Dream. And then I got 2 more. I have read books by this author before, Wanda Brunstetter. She's a really good author. And this one is large print, and I got it large print on purpose because in the evenings, when the lighting is low, I have really bad eyes, and I have a hard time seeing the print on books when in the evenings when the lighting is low. So that's why I got these. And this one is the Prairie State Friends series, and this is book 1, The Decision, and then I got book 2 in that series called The Gift. And I know that with these books I will not have the issue that I had with the other books with the bad language. Now, I also got some of these. I don't know if you guys have them in your area. I know I have friends from other countries that watch my videos. But these are called playaways. And these are books that are on kind of like an MP3. It comes in this little thing, and it has a digital thing and everything on it. And you just plug your headphones in it. And it's like a book on cassette, but it's MP3. And so I got a couple of these because they're calling for storms in the next couple of days. And I would not be a bit surprised if our power doesn't go out. And I just go stir crazy when it's too quiet. I have to have like a fan going or some kind of white noise going on for me to even go to sleep. So I thought I would get a couple of playaway books to listen to if the power goes out. If the power doesn't go out, I hope not, but if it doesn't, then I can listen to these while I'm riding on my exercise bike. But this one is called from Fern Michaels. I've never heard of this author before. And this one's called Blindsided. And this is also by the same author, and this one's called Forget Me Not. And the reason why I was attracted to this author in this book is because it's about, she's a writer. The author, not the author of this book, but the character in the book is an author, and she writes about her animals. She's got 3 dogs called Izzy, Busy, and Lizzie. And so I've got 3 dogs, and I love my animals, and so I thought I might enjoy this book. Hopefully the language is, hopefully it's a family-friendly book. So that's all I got it from the library, and I'll probably end up going to the library every week, especially if I read through these books in a hurry. I told my husband that my goal this summer was to do more reading, and so I'm really going to try to do that. For supper tonight, we are having the American favorite, hot dogs on the grill, and we're going to have potato salad, and I've got potatoes cooking on the stove right now, and then we're going to have watermelon. We picked up a watermelon when we were at Walmart. So when I get my potato salad going, I'll show you how I do it. And so I'll be back in a minute. I'm going to turn you around because I want to show you my quote that I wrote on my chalkboard that I got at Hobby Lobby. So I'll hold on just a minute. So I've got the chalkboard on the floor right in front of our windows and right below our air conditioner. It was just too big to put on my counter, so I think is where I'm going to keep it, at least for the summertime. But I have on here today, it's a cheerful heart is good medicine, Proverbs 17:22. And I'm going to try to change the quote every week. Now this is written with those chalkboard markers. And I really like the way it works. And when I was at Walmart, I was looking for colored ones, which they have, but they sell them in packs of 4, and they're $10 for a pack of 4. And I just didn't want to spend that much money today, especially if my husband doesn't get paid for the time he lost at work today. So I'm just going to keep it just white for now, and then hopefully in the future I'll be able to get some colored markers and jazz it up a little bit. But anyway, that's the quote I did on my chalkboard for this week. I thought with my kind of American theme supper we're having tonight with the hot dogs and the potato salad and all whatnot, that I would make some apple crisp for dessert. And I had some applesauce in the freezer, homemade applesauce in the freezer, and so I just thawed out 2 packages of it, and I'm going to throw it in this bowl, or this pan right here. never done it this way before, but I figured it should work. I just won't cook it as long because the apples are already soft. And they're already spiced up. They've already got sugar in them and cinnamon and things like that, so I won't have to spice up the mixture either. So we got that. And then, let me turn these so you face it a little better here. It doesn't look too appetizing right now, but I bet you it'll be tasty later. And because it's saucy, because it's applesauce, right, I'm going to throw a little bit of this minute tapioca in there just to thicken it up. So I like my stuff to be not real juicy. My pies and my crisps and things like that, I don't like them to be too juicy. Now, some of this applesauce is still a little bit frozen, but that's okay, because I think I'm going to, the recipe said to, if you were using raw apples, to cook it for an hour. So I think since these are already cooked, I'm just going to cook it for about a half an hour until everything is bubbly and the topping is nice and crispy. And so in this bowl, I have oatmeal, a little bit of brown sugar. I didn't put as much sugar as it called for because the applesauce is sweet. Some whole wheat flour, some pecans, and some coconut oil. And I didn't put any cinnamon or anything in it because, like I said, the applesauce is already spicy. Already has seasoning in it. So I'm going to go ahead and get this all ready to go. Put this in the oven. My potatoes are done and they're cooling. I know some people use warm potatoes to make their potato salad, but I've never done it that way before, and I don't really feel like experimenting today, so I'm just going to do it the way I always do it. I've got eggs boiling, so I always put eggs in my potato salad. So there's our apple crisp. I'm going to get that in the oven, and then I'll get on with my potato salad. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm putting my potato salad together, and in this bowl is, I'm not sure how many potatoes, I think 6 large potatoes diced up, and I left the skins on most of them because they were pretty nice potatoes, and most of the fiber and nutrients and things that are in potatoes are right in the skin or right under the skin. So if they're not tough, wrinkly old potatoes, you can leave the skin on them. And to that I put about a cup of diced dill pickle and about 3/4 of a medium white onion diced really fine. And the only other thing I'm going to add to this besides the dressing is the boiled eggs, and they're not done yet. And I'll add those at the end because I kind of like to leave my eggs in more of a chunk and not so smushed up. So the dressing that I use for my potato salad is very simple. It's yellow mustard. I use Miracle Whip, but you can use mayonnaise if you prefer. Miracle Whip, salt and pepper, and a little bit of dill pickle juice. And I don't measure anything, I eyeball it. Probably about 2 tablespoons of mustard. And it's going to take quite a bit of Miracle Whip because this is quite a lot of potatoes, and potatoes really soak up the dressing. And also potatoes take a lot of salt. So I don't know, I'm going to put maybe a teaspoon to start of salt, and I'll probably adjust it. But the dill pickle juice has salt in it as well, so I don't want to go too heavy. You can always add more salt, but you can't take it back out if you put too much in. And then black pepper. I don't know, I just grind it till it looks good. And then I'm going to have to finish off this jar of Miracle Whip. I already know that. But I've got a backup jar. I keep a lot of Miracle Whip in my cupboard in the summer months because we eat lots of salads, pasta salads, chicken salads, potato salads, because it just goes with summer food. So I'm going to get this other jar opened. Add some more. Miracle Whip, and there's my dogs. I think you guys would miss them if they didn't bark at least once during my videos. So I'm going to get this all mixed up, and when I have it just right, I will come back and let you see what it looks like after I get the eggs and everything in it. So I'll be back in a little bit. Okay, there it is, all done, ready to go. I cut up 4 boiled eggs and mixed in, and then I cut up 1 more on top for a garnish. Those black things it's not pepper, it's poppy seeds. And then I sprinkled a little bit of paprika on just for color. So I'm going to get this in the fridge so it can be chilling, and I got to go out and get the charcoal started so that we can get our hot dogs on, and it'll be almost time to eat. There's my applesauce crisp, whatever. Just came out of the oven. It was nice and bubbly a few minutes ago. And it sure does look tasty. And hopefully it'll taste as good as it looks, and I'll let you know after we try it. Okay, here's our dogs cooking. These two are those jalapeno turkey sausages I bought for me. I had a while back. They were in one of my hauls. I have not had them yet. This is the first time I've tried them. I'm hoping they're not too spicy. I don't think our coals are really hot enough. I was having difficulty lighting the charcoal this time. It was being very stubborn, but it looks like it is getting hot. So the last time I cooked hot dogs, I burnt them because the charcoal was too hot. So I guess it's better for them not to be too hot. So I'm gonna show you my plate when we get this all done, and then I might show you me putting my ducklings to bed again. You all seem to really enjoy seeing them. And then I'll close out the vlog. Now, this is Tuesday, and this afternoon our internet decided to go out. So we have no internet right now. And they were saying it'll be sometime tomorrow before we get it back. So I won't be able to upload this vlog tonight, and hopefully I'll be able to upload it tomorrow, but you just never know. So you may not be seeing this till Thursday. So anyway, if it's Thursday, I hope you're having a good Thursday. If it's Wednesday, I hope you're having a good Wednesday. I had a pretty good Tuesday. My dogs went outside, but can't let them outside. So, okay, anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get the rest of these hot dogs cooked up, and then we'll have our supper. So here's my supper. Homemade potato salad, watermelon, and one of those jalapeno turkey sausages that I'm really hoping is not too spicy. So we're going to enjoy our supper, and I'll talk to you later. Okay, here's my apple crisp. I'm going to give it a taste test for you. It would be so good if it had ice cream on it, but I can't eat ice cream. So here we go. My husband is joking over there. I don't know why. Laughing at me. Really good. Yummy, yummy. It's time to put my babies to bed. Hopefully I can do this with one hand like last time, get Miki put in there. The rest of them go in fine. Miki's the one that has the trouble. Okay, gotta dump their water. Look how filthy this gets just in one day. I clean it every morning. Oh, look at the mud. Yuck. Ducks are messy little creatures. Their pool isn't nasty. Okay, gotta put the boards up. See, those boards that keeps them from scooting underneath the step. Okay, babies, time for bed. Time for bed. Oh, uh-oh, it's got stuck. How about you, Miki? Can you do it? Can you do it? No? Okay, let me pick you up. There you go. Oh, that silly duck. You'd think she'd learn. I'm not going to hurt her. Oh, she does it every time. Okay, well, I got that job done. And I'm going to say goodnight again as I'm walking back to my house after I got all my animals put to bed. It seems like for 2 weeks in a row now I've seemed to vlog on a Tuesday, and Tuesday night is our favorite night of TV because America's Got Talent is on and we love that show. If you live in America and you don't watch it, you're missing out because it's a really, really funny show. I love variety shows. Oh, I'm out of breath. Anyway, it's been a really good day and I hope you've enjoyed it along with us. And we'll end this vlog here, and hopefully, like I said, our internet is still down and they say they're supposed to come tomorrow and fix it sometime. So hopefully they will. And so this won't go up. At the earliest, it'll go up tomorrow night. I'll upload it and it'll be available Thursday if you're in the United States. For my friends in Australia, I don't really know what day it'll be. So anyways, thanks a lot for watching, and I'll talk to you all later.